Congratulations, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Well, hello, everyone. We're here. Hey, shout out everybody in the building, man. Listen, we truly apologize for the delay. Listen, me and Really Flaw were backstage trying to figure out who was going to win the game. We're like, nah, we have to agree on the Vikings. No, it's the Steelers. No, it's the Vikings. And it took us about 20 minutes to get that figured out. We came to a conclusion, and we'll let y'all know at the end of the show. Let's go, man.
I love that. And I didn't wear purple. Like that all this started because of that, because I was going to wear purple and I was like, oh my God. So we are here. We did it. So
we did it. Yeah. We did it. So yeah, we're here now. And thank you everybody. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. I look forward to the show. We got a lot of great things to talk about, obviously, in the obvious, with the Steelers going up against the Minnesota Vikings in Dublin. Is this the first game ever in Dublin, though? Like, isn't this the first time?
So I don't know if is it the first ever, or is it the first in a long time?
I'm not sure. I thought it was something new, but I feel like it's a soccer field or something, isn't it?
Well, so I know the Rooneys had a lot to play in. They're either Irish or they had kind of a role to play in this, because when it finally happened, they were like, congratulations to the Rooneys, but I don't really know. Okay.
They said, okay. So Ed Waldo said that he believes the Steelers did a preseason game way back in Dublin. So you guys have actually, so you guys have a somewhat of an advantage. You know what the grass feels.
We need all the advantages we could get.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know what the grass feels like over there. That's unfair. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's give a shout out to everybody in the building real quick before we get started. Shout out Skull for like Barber fade you up, man. What's good with you? Skull Mafia, the Skull Broski, what's happening, man? It's a lot of y'all. So Mr. I Want to Mock, let's go. I see you in the building. Eric from New Mexico, Florinda and Raquel, what's happening, man? Shout out to you. Norse, you sound fashionably late. Yes, we are. Yeah, better late than never, though. We here. And it's going to be worth it. It was worth the wait. Yeah. Believe me.
I am always worth the wait. Okay?
Exactly. I mean, look at this. You guys relax. We're here. You feel me? Shout out Chevy. I see you in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate you tapping in as always. Dylan, was good with you, man. Appreciate you tapping in as well. And look, when you come in, hit the like button. That's the most important thing so we can push the algorithm, man. Roddy, I see you. Purple Papa was good with your two-tone. I see you in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with us tonight. Now, let's get it. Luff. Oh, my bad. Luff. I see you. Tracy, what's good, man? I see you. Vocal Mike. Wow. Vocal Mike? No, Vocal Mike. Are you Vocal Mike? Which one? Michael IR Oliver, man. Skull Nation. Let's go. Okay, so we got a couple topics that we're gonna go through tonight. All right. And I feel like I tried to pick some good ones. I tried to pick some interesting stuff to talk about.
Organized and like ready to go. Yeah. I'm like, I know that's right. Like, just tell me what you need from me and I'll provide it at this point. Like, whatever it is, just let me know.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Anthony Webb. Hey, Webb, real quick, I wanted to put you up because I need your size, bro. I don't know if you emailed me back. If you did, then thank you. And I'll check. I just might have not have seen it because I got a ton of emails today, but send me your size shirt because my guy's ready to ship it to you. He was going to ship it to you today, but I don't think I got your size. So send me that, please, sir. You can even drop it right here. Matter of fact, if you drop it in the chat, I can just grab it. But all right, so let's get to it. The first question that I had for you, and every question I pretty much ask really flawed. I'm gonna touch on it as far as from the Vikings point of view too. So it's gonna be this show's gonna be it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be
we're just gonna talk football. Like we're just gonna talk Vikings Steelers football. Okay,
right.
If you're
so
here
sit
for
back
that,
and relax.
Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking Steelers Vikings. Like this is what we're doing.
Sorry, I don't have a Steeler sound. I don't know what would it be. I guess it would be like somebody hitting a railroad track or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would probably just or somebody waving a towel or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if I was a Steelers content creator, I would have had like a hammer hitting. You know what I mean?
If you were a Steelers content creator, you would have a 3-second video of Mike Tomlin saying, "We do not care. That is, have you heard that clip of him being like, "We don't care."
I haven't, but Mike Tomlin does have some classics. I'm sure he has like a bunch of classic audio bits for sure, because he's a no BS guy, man. He just says he says what's on his mind, and he means it.
Yep.
I like that about him. Love it about him. So the first question is, what is the vibe around Steelers Nation after 3 weeks? We're 3 weeks in, obviously going into the 4th week. What is the vibe around Steelers Nation, the fan base? What are they talking about? How do you guys feel about your team?
So being a Steelers fan, okay, no one's ever happy. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if we're undefeated. It doesn't matter. No one's ever happy, because the way we play football doesn't make people happy, right? It's not clean.
Right.
It's not polished. It's not all the things. We just win games. And as a fan, you can always say, our offensive line's bad. We can't run the football. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't do that. And then it's like, yeah, but we're in the playoffs. So that's so the vibe around the Steelers Nation right now, everyone's complaining about, let's see, what is the top 3 things? The first thing is everyone's complaining about our defensive line production, even though our defensive line created 5 turnovers, but whatever. Everyone's talking about that. Everyone's complaining about no one's complaining about Aaron Rodgers. Everyone's complaining about the offensive line. Okay. And everyone is complaining about the lack of run game. That's like the top 3 things that people are complaining about this week. And
so, and what's I think, is it your left tackle? Is it some Broderick or something?
Broderick Jones. Yeah.
Okay,
everyone. Yeah. See, okay. This is what I say. There's a difference between people that watch football and football fans.
Right.
Because if you watch football, you know that your left tackle, for them to be perfect in every single game, it's kind of rare in the NFL, because the guys on the other team are making a ton of money for you not to be perfect for every single game. Is Broderick Jones perfect? No, absolutely not. I don't know anybody's left tackle that's perfect right now. Yeah. But that's what we do, right? I'm not saying Broderick Jones is good. I'm just saying I think we have bigger issues than him.
Well, I think he leads the NFL. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think I seen something. We were Vikings Nation. He leads the NFL in pressures allowed, maybe, I believe.
Potentially. Yeah. And the truth is the offensive line individually are better than they are collectively. And that's our issue.
Yeah.
Is that I think our center guard is a bigger issue than the tackles, in my personal opinion. But I think everybody is hammering in on Broderick, and which is fine. He's a professional. He can handle it. Yeah. But our offensive line as a whole is a problem.
Wow. So that's good news for the Minnesota Vikings then. Let's go. Because I do believe that's one of our strong suits, obviously, is being able to get to the quarterback. I feel like we're still trying to gel, though. Like I'll say this. I know in the offseason, me and you had the conversation on our show we did where I was hyping up, hey, we got Jonathan Allen and Hargrave. And I will say it's been a little bit underwhelming. Now, I think week 1, Hargrave had some pressures, and I believe Allen had some pressures too. But I don't know. I guess I was expecting just pure domination, team, like pairing them up with Van Ginkel and Grenard. I'm just like, yo, we gonna have like 6 sacks a game. Like that's just what I visioned. I just visioned there wouldn't be no time. So, and it's been a little bit. I feel like it's been a little bit underwhelming. But being that you're saying that the offensive line is as a weak point for the Steelers, that sounds good for us. Like I think we can definitely expose that weakness there.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think that too. And then here's where the Steelers gets interesting, right? I can sit up here and say our offensive line isn't very good, but I think you all have given up more sacks than we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why it's kind of like, again, one thing you will hear me say all throughout the night is everything that you think cost you games would be a reason why the Steelers should be 0-3.
Yeah.
But somehow they find a way to win.
And you guys are 2-1, right?
Right. Yeah. Somehow we find a way to win. And I think that is the story of being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Is it pretty? No. Is it perfect? No. Is it all the things? No. Do we lose in every statistical measurable all the time? Absolutely. But we usually win in turnover margin, and we usually win in sacks. Yeah. And that helps you win games.
I think is that something to be said about head coach, like coaching, like just always coaching, just always at least putting the players in position to succeed, even though all the analytical things may not be leaning towards the Steelers' favor. At that point, I think you have to look at it like, well, the difference maker, the X factor is coaching. right? Because that's has been the same. Because Mike Tomlin's been you guys' coach for what? I don't know. Shit. How many
20,
years?
18, 19 years. I mean,
holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomlin, so Tomlin coaches to win the football game. He doesn't coach for it to be pretty win. He coaches for a W. Like he's wanting to walk out of there a winner. He doesn't care what it takes, what it looks like. And as a Steelers fan, that's why I'm like, we win ugly. And everyone's like, how do you beat the Steelers team? And I'm like, you have to hope that we quit, or you have to hope that we make mistakes. Yeah. Because otherwise, it's never going to be pretty on our end. Okay. We're not going to wow you. You're not going to watch the game on Sunday and be like, oh my gosh, they're playing really good football. You're going to look at the scoreboard and be like, why in the hell are we not winning by more points? Like, what is going on? Right. And that's normal. That's normal.
Shout out Sodak, man. Shout out my boy Sodak in the building, man. Let's Skull. I see you. Let's Skull in the building too. Shout out to y'all over there, man. Thank y'all for tapping in.
I think I can see the comment section if I click on the thing over here.
Yeah, if you just
I can see it. Able to hit comment. Okay, yeah. Now I can see it. Okay, cool.
So, and my boy Eduardo in the building, man. Shout out Canada. You know what time it is. Web, I got your email, and I already text my guy. Frozen North, what's good with you, man? I see you in the building. Thank you, everybody, for tapping in, man. Let's go. Purple and gold bars, my guy. So I want to tell you the vibe around Vikings Nation.
How are you feeling?
And I think everybody in the building can definitely attest to this. And it's been a little weird. You know what I mean? It's been a little weird because obviously going into the season, we all know, especially me, hey, look, I'm part of it. I'm part of the issue, if that's what you want to call it. But I'm hyping up JJ McCarthy. And look, I feel no different. But the truth of the matter is, as a fan base, you know how fan bases go. I'm sure the Steelers are similar, where patience is this fucking short. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So like we expect especially when the anticipation has been built up, not just one off season, but pretty much a whole season plus an off season. And you're like, yo, the anticipation, you're just ready to burst, like pause if necessary. But I mean, it just is what it is. So being the performances we saw in the past 2 weeks with our boy JJ McCarthy, right?
What a swing too.
What a swing. I mean, what a swing, right? Like what a swing. And so our nation right now is kind of in this whole quarterback. Should he come back when he's healthy? Can Carson Wentz do it? And I think I texted you earlier about it, where I was saying, hey, we have a lot that leans on this game because it's going to dictate the conversations next week for me and everybody else in the chat, in Vikings Nation. That's going to dictate the vibes. Because the truth of the matter is, I think you guys are going to at least test Carson Wentz more than what the Cincinnati Bengals could give him.
Yeah, for sure.
So now we're going to actually see. Because I don't think we're going to be up by 28 points against you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's going to be Aaron Rodgers goes and scores. Okay, Carson, what do you got? Now let's see you match that. All right. And I think the defenses are going to be out there pounding each other too. So I think it's going to be a great matchup. But yeah, our nation right now is not where it should be, in my opinion, only because of the unfortunate circumstances when you're talking about JJ McCarthy getting injured. I wish it wouldn't have happened, and we could be saying, hey, man, the journey continues.
Do you remember who told you that heading into the season? I was like, my biggest concern is his health. And everyone was like, he'll be fine. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, she did say that. She did say that. She did say that. And that's the thing. So, it's one of those deals where it's like, it could be better, but I won't complain because we are 2-1 and we found a way to get a big win last week.
Yeah.
And Carson Wentz didn't look half bad. He didn't look half bad. Now, he didn't have to do much.
He didn't have to
did you see that game?
He didn't have to do anything. Yeah.
Okay, so I want your opinion on Carson Wentz in that game. Like, what do you think about it?
I mean, so when you look at the game, I felt like Cincinnati was moving the ball. They just couldn't hold on to the football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you get turnovers, the Steelers did the same thing, right? The Patriots are moving the ball, but the Steelers get a turnover. And I think depending on whose team you're a fan of, if you're a fan of the Steelers, you say it was good football, great defense. If you're not a fan, you say it was luck. But then for your team, you'll say that was great defense. But then for somebody else's team, it's luck, right? So let's just call it down the middle. Yeah. It is a football play when you get turnovers. When you're consistently getting turnovers, it means that the team has fallen apart and you're benefiting from it. It's a football play. It's not luck. It's football. That's how it happens.
Right.
And when I watched that game, I think Wentz how many times did he get sacked? Didn't he still get sacked like 4 or 5 times?
He did get sacked a couple times. I know there was 2 bad ones where he kind of,
Yeah.
ran backwards. But
Yeah. And so for me, it's like, where's his clock at? Is he ready? And now he's got to travel. And now he's got to do certain things. And let's be honest, he wasn't preparing to be the starting quarterback like that. He wasn't thinking about that.
Right.
And so it will be interesting to see what he looks like, because now he's the starter. And so now where I'm looking at my team and my quarterback, who obviously Aaron Rodgers is old. No one's going to say he's young, right? However, one thing we can all agree is Aaron Rodgers knows how to throw the football, and Aaron Rodgers understands football. This is going to be his 4th week. Then when you look at Carson Wentz, he's no Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
Absolutely.
And now this is his game 2. He's had to travel. He's now in this position that he wasn't expecting to be in. And so I think it's going to be interesting to see like what he does and how he plays, because last week he wasn't great, but the Bengals were so bad. So it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, the Bengals were super bad. And that's the thing too, what our nation was. And I did a whole show kind of talking about this, even on Purple Parlor.
I was there?
I did it on Wednesday. I think I did it live.
I was there. I think it was in the comment section.
You were, because we talked about tonight. And and just kind of going on a rant somewhat, not trying to bash Carson Wentz because he did nothing wrong. So I didn't want to turn it into like this. I just want JJ and F everybody else, because at the end of the day, I want to win regardless.
Of course.
Right? I want to win, but I'm just trying to tell the truth. And the truth is he really didn't have to do anything but just not lose the game. Like, that's all he had. He didn't have to go win it. He just had to not lose it. That's it. Right. Because we were up the whole game by multiple scores. So there was no pressure. So that's why I think as Vikings fans, we're super excited about Sunday morning, because now we can see it. It'll give us a little bit more to gauge and really see, like, hey, for the ones who do want to sit JJ McCarthy for the rest of the season, right? Okay, well, let's see what the vibes are after he goes against a competent defense.
Why are we wanting to set JJ McCarthy for the whole season?
Well, this is the thing, and this isn't everybody, and this isn't even a majority, but there are fans that are like, hey, he didn't look ready. He's not ready. He shouldn't be out there. He went from winning NFC Offensive Player of the Week to the next game just being a bad game all around for the whole team, though. I think that's where it would have been different if the defense was playing good, but we allowed over 150 yards on the ground, I believe, to Bijan. Like, there was just nothing went right that game. You know what I mean? It wasn't just about him. Shout out to Bijan. Shout out to Bijan, because Bijan's a dog for real. Yeah. It wasn't just about him. That's why I think it would have been different if the defense was holding up the end of the ball and everybody was doing their thing, and then he was just fucking it up. I don't think that was the case, man. The offensive line was horrible, man. Shout out to Sodak with the 499 too, man. Appreciate you, Sodak, man. Like, guy, man. Y'all see that picture right there, man? That's my boy. Hey, Sodak, real quick, I gotta say, hey, I may have to do featured picture. Your picture been up there for about 2 years, bro. But I'm gonna tell you, man, hey, Queen Mary got your boy this Moss picture, man, and this is official. I may have to swap it, but hey, I'm gonna do swaps though. We'll do 1 month on, 1 month, something like that. Yeah.
You get the month of October.
Yeah. We gonna have to share the wall space. I don't got much back there, but we gotta share. Awesome. But yeah, so that's what it really is. That's what it really is right now. But so that leads into my next topic that I wanted to really touch on, and was the Aaron Rodgers signing worth it for you? Like, as coming from somebody who represents the Steelers, like, do you feel like it was worth it? Does the fan base feel like it was worth it? And on top of that, should the Vikings have signed him when they had the chance to? Like, do you feel, after you seeing JJ McCarthy and now we got Carson Wentz, like, what is your vibes around that?
Do I think the Steelers should have signed him? Absolutely. Because my biggest complaint about the Steelers for a long time has been, we keep getting young quarterbacks. We don't have a leader. We don't have anybody that's seen it. We don't have anybody that can talk to these younger receivers, work with this younger offensive line, and basically instill in them, like, this is what it's supposed to look like. And I'm going to push you until I think you can get there. We didn't have that leadership. And I'll be honest and say, in a lot of our games too, it's like, at the end of the day, we know we have Aaron Rodgers. Is he Aaron Rodgers 20 years ago or 15 years ago? No. Or 10 years ago? No. But there's something about a quarterback who knows how to play football. You can't teach it. Like, it doesn't matter. You just can't teach it. Like, Aaron Rodgers isn't going to get nervous. Like, and my show that I do with Arthur Moat, shout out to him. I said,
love that dude.
Yeah. One thing I said in our show on Tuesday was, I feel like our team is benefiting from Aaron Rodgers. The defense wants to get him the ball back. The kicker wants to da-da-da for Aaron Rodgers. The punter wants to, like, he's become like that guy. And I asked him, I said, does that matter? Like, do football players even care about that? And he was like, absolutely. That's why Mike Tomlin wanted him. And so I think he's creating a balance for us that we haven't had since Ben. We've had young guys at quarterback, young guys at receiver, just young guys everywhere, and they're knuckleheads running around doing whatever. Yeah. Whereas Aaron Rodgers, it's like, hey, you're supposed to be over here. And what do you say? No, you just get over there. Like, this is simple. And so I think it's helped us. I think for you all, I don't think you needed him, because I'm on the fan of, I think JJ McCarthy needs to play this entire season as much as possible. Yeah. Because the clock isn't stopping. This isn't college. You don't get a red shirt. This is year 2. It's always going to be year 2. So if you set him for another year, behind what exactly? Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, respectfully. Right. Really?
And that's how I feel the same way, because like when you say that, like, behind what, Carson Wentz? Yeah, because I try to think about, like, well, how many games realistically is Carson Wentz going to win us? Like, do we feel like Carson Wentz? Because I always go into it like, I want a Super Bowl. Like, that's just what it is. Like, straight of that. I mean, end all be all, Super Bowl. That's it. That's what I'm rooting for. Like, that's what all of us are, especially in Viking, because we're thirsty. We don't have one. So we need to check that box.
It's a great feeling when you get one.
Yeah, rub it in. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Go ahead, rub it in.
It's a lot of fun.
So we need to check that box. So I look at it like, okay, if realistically thinking, now we got a couple games to play here, but realistically thinking, I'm like, well, I don't know if Carson Wentz would even get us there to start with. So at that point, I rather look into, even if it's next year or the year after, JJ McCarthy being that guy, well, then he needs the reps. So I think him just playing is more, it's going to pay off dividends more than what just having Carson Wentz play this season. Then we win 8 games and barely miss the playoffs or whatever the case may be, or he folds in the playoff. I just, again, I think Sunday is super important. That's why this is an exciting time, to be honest, though. Because we are in a good spot. I feel like being 2-1, and the defense really showed up last week. So it makes me feel excited as a fan. Like, all right, my team, it took them 3 weeks, but maybe this is because last week is what we were expecting to see from the Vikings. 1, run the football and dominate the ground. And that's what we did. And then 2, defense is smothering. And that's what we did. All right. So I'm expected to see, if we can see another week of that against you guys, then we cooking with some grease at that point. We cooking with grease.
Yeah. So. No, and so I honestly think we have a lot of things that are similar in the defensive aspect, because I think we felt the same way about our defense until last week. And we're like in a dogfight, and every time we need something, they get a turnover. Every time we need something, they get, a sack. Every time we need something, they make a play. And so that's why I like these, though. Like, that's football, right? Like, it's about the matchups and who's going to make a play and who's going to show up.
Yeah, I wore this jersey for you. Really thought, for the Aaron Rodgers. This is a Vikings Brett Favre jersey, by the way.
Okay.
And I paid $4.99 for this jersey at Goodwill down here, because I'm in South Carolina. And when there's somebody probably saw this in their closet and was like, "What the hell team is this? Who is Favre?" You know what I mean? And just throw it in the trash bag. You know how Goodwill bags go. You just get the trash bags and go through your closet. Yeah, that was what this was, man. But I'm gonna cherish it. But I'm like, you know what? Tonight it seems right, because Aaron Rodgers was second to this guy right here, man. And when this guy came to our team, it was a fun year in 2009. I loved it. It was a 2000, yeah. So hey, I gotta rep him, man. This is Aaron Rodgers' pops. You know what I'm saying? Period. This is his pops. I had to wear his dad's jersey. But so my take on, should the Vikings have signed, because you said no, you believe JJ, and I feel the same. I want to touch on that. I think I feel the same. I don't think we should have touched Aaron Rodgers with a 10-foot pole, and I'm glad we didn't. But I think he fits good with you guys though. And I seen a couple throws. I was watching the game, and I'm like, I went back. I'm like, let me go watch the game and see what's on. But there was a nice little back shoulder throw, and they were talking about it, saying that was an Aaron Rodgers play, because this is the thing. Who's your offensive coordinator again? Is it
Arthur Smith?
Okay, so Arthur Smith, and they say his offense, a scheme really isn't that good. They say it's like very simple.
It's not Aaron, and it's not Aaron Rodgers' scheme, what he's used to.
It's not Aaron Rodgers' scheme, what he's used to, but this one particular back shoulder throw, or I think it was a fade in the end zone, it was one of the touchdowns. They were like, listen, that wasn't the actual play. That was an Aaron Rodgers thing where him and the receiver communicated that and made it happen. And I'm like, ooh, don't start doing that. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying, right? Those are the things that it's like, I can't quantify it. It's just, he's a leader. I don't care what you think about Aaron Rodgers. He's a leader. You can't take that away from him. Right. Whether you think he's an asshole or he's arrogant, he can be all of those things and still be a leader.
True. No, facts. Everybody leads different. There's different ways to lead, and I don't think one way is better than the other. Honestly, it just depends on who's around you and who the people you're leading. Honestly, and Aaron Rodgers, man, like as much as I didn't want him, like I do like watching him play football. So it's exciting to see him, and it's going to be exciting to see him on his backside come Sunday, because I feel like we are going to get to him. I feel like we are. I feel like we are going to.
I mean, if you listen, if you all don't, you will not win the game. Yeah,
no, facts. Yeah.
Period.
Like, so let's touch on DK Metcalf really quick though. Like, what's up with him and DK Metcalf? I mean, week one. So what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, real quick. Shout out to the $5 from Vic, man. I appreciate you, Vic, man. Let's go. He said, "Do I go to church or watch Vikings football? I feel PG4L need me more." Hey, I mean, look, man.
Watch football.
I was about to say, hey, look, man, God know you love him, man. You know what I mean? Hey, look, he'll just ask him for forgiveness. He'll forgive. Trust me. You got to do it. He got a heart, man.
We wait all year for this, okay?
Yeah.
You watch that football
He'll understand. He'll understand. You know what I mean? He will. Shout out Vic. But DK Metcalf, right? I feel like week one, there was one touchdown or something where it was like, here's the connection, or was it might have been week two, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know if he scored in week one. Yeah, but anyways,
it must have just been like one good play.
He had a lot of great plays. Yeah.
But then I also see today, because I was like, let me do some research and see how they're really cooking. But now they're saying, hey, he's not really making any noise, like I guess the yards per play, because obviously DK's used to bombs away and stuff like that, and it's a lot of dinking and dunking going on. So how do you feel about that kind of couple there, and do you think they'll start clicking sooner than later, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, they'll start clicking sooner or later. Like, that's Steelers football. It's just like, I always say, if you want stats on offense, be careful. It's going to take a minute. It's just going to take us a minute. And we're going to have drives where you're going to watch every drive and you're going to be like, oh my God, how are we ever going to stop that? And then the next drive will happen and you're like, oh, that's how we're going to stop it.
Yeah.
And so I think right now too is DK and Aaron Rodgers have never played together ever. They also didn't play together in the preseason. So everything you're seeing is them basically figuring it out with themselves. I also think that the Steelers have like a solid 4 or 5 tight ends that they play. And so a lot of defenses haven't figured out like, what the hell is this package? And how are we defending a 6'4" DK, a 6'8" tight end, another 6'4" we don't even know where the ball is going. Yeah. And so that's also kind of Aaron Rodgers' decision making too, to kind of figure out like, okay, they think it's going to DK, so I'm throwing it to the other guy. So are his stats down? Probably. Does he care? He hasn't acted like he cares. And he keeps saying like, me and Rodgers are working on connecting.
Yeah.
So what can you do? Yeah. What can you do?
We gonna see. See. Shout out Anthony Webb with the 5, man. Appreciate you, man, on that, man. He said we getting a Rodgers to Rodgers connection this Sunday. Pick 6 City. Yes, let's go. Hey, our boy Isaiah Rodgers, which obviously I mean people know coming into the season, I didn't have super high hopes on him. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
he's going to be decent. All right. He's going to be a average cornerback. And for the Minnesota Vikings, being an average number 2 means you solid, because we ain't got nothing. We were kind of in limbo at that position. So,
Okay.
but hey, what he did last Sunday against the Bengals, he did something that nobody's ever done. So obviously it was amazing, having a pick six, a forced fumble that he picked up, took to the touchdown. I mean, this man scored 2 touchdowns on defense and caused 3 turnovers total. So, like, shout out to him, man. Let's go.
How did he play against the Falcons?
So my thing was my thing with the Falcons, and I kind of I didn't single him out, because he made a couple tackles at the line of scrimmage and stuff like that. But I think the first game and the second game, Bears and Falcons, I just felt like all of our DBs were playing kind of soft. It's just irritating, irritating to watch. I'm like, yo, the DBs are playing soft, and he step up. And hey, Isaiah Rodgers did that. Come to find out, Byron Murphy didn't have that bad of a grade either, because when he was on Jamar Chase, he sewed him up too. They wouldn't throw his way like that, but he just kind of. So I mean, look, I think I feel better after watching. Now it's the Bengals, and that's another thing too. That's the context that we got to make sure we keep on adding in there. It's the Bengals, and the Bengals look horrible right now. I mean, they look like a bad football team. So
they do. And to be fair, their defense kind of the last couple of years has just they don't present the same challenges without Joe Burrow. That's for sure.
Yeah. And that's why I'm excited. Again, I got to keep saying it. I'm excited to move on to this game. So just to feel like, because I kind of want to see our team get battle tested. I want to see if it's real. Like, is it real, or was it just that? Was it just that one of those one-offs where, games. This was the game this season where we get that blowout, and now every other game is going to come down to 1 point. You know what I mean? Because that's usually Vikings football. All right.
That's how we play too.
It's going to be 27-29, 30 seconds on the clock. Aaron Rodgers is going to have the ball trying to go downfield, and we're going to be, So
y'all would be sick if that happens. Like, y'all are gonna be sick if we have the ball and there's like a 2-minute warning and we're moving and we're on the 47. You guys are gonna be sick.
I'm gonna be pissed for sure. Shout out Vikings Jerome with Run the Damn Ball. Listen, I want everybody in the chat to know we are on the Run the Damn Ball campaign starting last night. I have said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it, man. It's time to run the damn football, man. Look, man, this is something that needs to be done, and it needs to be done immediately. And I did a video shouting out our head coach, because this is something that I've been telling y'all, like, man, don't listen to KOC coming into the season when he told us, oh, we're going to go back to, old school Vikings football, get physical, run the ball. I'm like, bullshit. You told us that 2 years before that and lied to us. But this year, hey, man, so far, so good. We're top 5 in percentage in running the football, top 5. So shout out our boy KO, man. He's a man of his word. But again, the context is it's only been 3 weeks. So let's just see, man. Let's see if he keeps that word, because he might be having withdrawals right now. Like, I'm loving the running, but hey, man, I'm having withdrawal. I'm going against A-Rod. Let me show him what Carson can do in my offense. Fucking throw the ball 50 times.
I love it.
So we'll see. This one is good. I love this question. So my thing was, if you were the head coach, Really Flawed, going into this game, what would be your game plan against the Minnesota Vikings?
To get to Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Because I think that I'm respectful enough of you all's defense I'm just going to let them be them. Let's just check them off, right? Let's say they're going to do what they're going to do. Let's just give it to them. Cool.
Yeah.
I think that the weakness for this team right now is Carson Wentz, because without him, JJ and Addison don't matter. Right. And that's what you need. And so the impact of limiting Carson Wentz and getting to him and making him uncomfortable is going to pay more dividends than anything else. Because like I said, I'm just going to trust the defense, right? I'm going to trust you guys' defense. I'm just going to give it to him. I don't even have to talk about it. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. I'll just give it to him.
Yeah.
However, I don't know what Carson Wentz is going to do. And I think a rattled Carson Wentz, knowing that you want to throw the ball to JJ and you want to throw the ball to Addison, it limits him. And once you limit him, he's not a starter. This is game 2. Really, it's the first game he's probably going to actually have to play because let's be real. Last week, that was kind of like he was there. But I mean, at that point, you and I could have won that game.
Yeah.
Like, let me just say that. Like, all we had to do was hold on to the football at that point.
There was a crazy stat where they said if our defense didn't even play, if our offense didn't even play last Sunday, we would have still won the game 10-14.
Right. So I'm just giving that, right? So if you change that and you say, okay, now Wentz has to drive the length of the field and score. What do? If you limit Wentz's opportunities, then it makes things complicated because now what are you going to do? And again, that's football, right? You try to approach a team the best way you can, and you try to limit their ability to do certain things. And to me, I think if you limit Carson Wentz's abilities to do what he's going to do, I think the dynamics of the games change. Because if there's 3 and outs, that's perfect. Guess what? That defense has to run back out there.
Are you focusing on blitzing? So I would ask you, right? Are you focusing on blitzing? Because you're saying limit Carson Wentz. So would you blitz a lot as far as going into the week as a head coach? Would you say, hey, we're blitzing. We're about to blitz this dude. Or would you focus on trying to stop Jordan Mason? I'm going to tell you what my game plan would be after you then.
I wouldn't pick or choose. I would throw everything out. I would throw because
it's a sink at him.
Exactly. Because that's how we play in the AFC North, right? It's not, we don't go in with the game plan saying we're going to do this or that. It's more of like, okay, who are we playing? Like we play Lamar Jackson, we play Joe Burrow. And so the way that you beat those guys is not to show them the same thing all the time. It is to do something different every time. And I think even with with Lamar Jackson, when we play Lamar Jackson, it's like, okay, TJ is going to crash on Lamar. Yeah. And then the next couple of series, he crashes on the running back. And Lamar doesn't know what TJ is going to do. But now the fact that you have to try to figure out what TJ is going to do is part of the battle. And I think that is how I think that's how they should play. I think that's how you should play any team that has a quarterback that this is their game and a half. Like that's how you have to see like what he can do, what he can read, what he can pick up, what he can recognize, and get in his passing lanes.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, hey, look, I think, and great take. I think most teams, right, at least right now, being that it's early, like I'll say the Browns too, I'm sure they're going to focus on, hey, we have to rattle Carson Wentz. Like he's right now, he's the quote unquote, he's the weak link. He's the weak link. And if we can rattle him and get him off his game, and he seems like the easiest to get off the game because just based off the history, then we can win the football game, right? Yeah. My thing is this. I'm like, my game plan is this as the Vikings head coach going into playing the Steelers. First of all, with Aaron Rodgers, I would on the defensive side of the ball, as smart as he is, and he's been around and he's seen everything. I will say this: from the last time we played him, B-Flow's defense really still confuses him. And not only B-Flow, believe it or not, Mike Zimmer's defense used to piss Aaron Rodgers off too. It's just something, I don't know. It's always just something with the Vikings. We've been blessed.
It's because Flores is always showing blitz. He's always showing it. Yeah. And he pulls it, and you don't know who it is or if they're actually coming. And Brian Flores is an aggressive defensive play caller. Yeah. And I think any quarterback, I think that's what makes the Vikings who they are. I think any quarterback would struggle with that. I don't care what your name is. The only team that's not going to struggle with that is somebody that has an amazing offensive line because they're not going to be worried because they're going to know that offensive line is going to pick it up. So I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. That's the game, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, and that's the thing. And that's what I would do. I would B-Flow, hey, do what you do with Aaron Rodgers, especially disguise and focus on Harrison Smith because Harrison Smith just has something over him. Harrison Smith is just in Aaron Rodgers' head, just from the times he was in Green Bay, like coming up to the line of scrimmage, acting like he's gonna blitz, acting like he's gonna back out. They just don't know. hey, let Harrison Smith get in his head early and often. That's what I'm doing. Focus on that. But then on the offensive side of the ball, I'm going run the damn ball. Like, listen, I'm on the run the damn ball campaign so bad right now. Really fly. I ain't gonna lie to you. And usually not like this because I know it's a passing league, and I'm one of those guys who's always says, hey, the teams that are winning or were passing the football, the teams that were going deep into the playoffs, making deep runs, they were passing the football and they're using their weapons, their wide receivers or tight ends, whatever the case may be. But then you got to realize, well, everybody isn't a Patrick Mahomes. Everybody doesn't have a Josh Allen. So you kind of got to look at it like the Eagles, right? They run the ball the most right now. 3 weeks in, they run the ball 54%. All right, that's a lot. Now that might not fare well with AJ Brown, and I'm seeing stuff already like, AJ Brown getting 9-10 yards a game, bro. That is not gonna work. He doesn't have that type of personality, bro. He's gonna flip his shit. If it happens too much longer, he's definitely gonna request to get up out of there, Super Bowl or not, because I think wide receivers are more about them than they are. Hey, I want to be on winning. They just want the damn ball. Period. They just want the ball. They don't give a damn about most of them, at least. But I want to run the football. I think we can. Okay. I think we can definitely expose the middle of the field with you guys with Harmon now. And real quick, I wanted to ask you about Harmon because you were talking about Harmon. How do you look? Did he look good? Or Vikings?
He did. Yeah, he looked. Yeah, he looked good. He. You know what's. You know me like better than most people. Like when I watch football, I always say like, who's gonna flash? Yeah. Who's going to make me remember them when the game is over?
Yeah.
And he had a great game. He looked great. We looked better in last week on defense than we've looked all season. And as guys are starting to come back and kind of getting in their, their rotation.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was like, okay, like I see what this is supposed to look like. Now, obviously we have to do it, but I see what we're trying to do at least.
So I know you got Jalen Ramsey. All right. So Jalen Ramsey, obviously, and I'm a big fan of Jalen Ramsey. Yeah. I was pounding the table for the Vikings to go get him. A lot of my community gave pushback and was like, yo, bro is old. We don't pay for him. And he didn't even cost that much. All right. They winded up, y'all got Jalen Ramsey for a steal, in my opinion. It wasn't even that much. It's like, bro, but y'all want to bring back the Stephon Gilmore. You know what I mean? Get out my face, man. Knock it off. All right, but anyways, you got him. But then who's the guy from Penn State? What's your other
corner? Porter Jr.
Porter Jr. Now, how is he? How has he been doing?
So I need to check and see if he was he had gotten hurt. He didn't play last week. I need to see if he was a participant today at practice. Okay. So there's him, and then Deshaun Elliott was a full participant, so he'll be back. Okay. And then obviously we have Darius Slade that's there as well.
That's right. That's the name. I knew there was somebody. I'm like, damn, who's the person they picked? Okay, Darius.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, no, Darius Slay. He's always kind of gave us issue, man. We've dealt with Darius Slay a lot over here in Vikings Nation. Obviously, being a Lion, and then when he was with the Eagles, having to run into him and him just causing hell, man. We want them annoying players for us. You know what I mean?
And that's what we have, right? Is we have a bunch of guys that, if you're in a street fight, you're taking my guys over anybody else's guys, okay? Because my guys are going to throw down like any day of the week and twice on Sundays. Like people even hate TJ Watt at this point. I don't know how he did it, but people even hate that guy. That's who we are. We're annoying. We're going to try to be bullies, and we have experience in our annoyance. So it's like now we're just like gnats, and people are like, why are we not beating this team? And it's like, because that guy tripped your guy. You didn't even see it. All these, that's who we are. Like, that's just who we are.
So how do you feel? About the matchup between our wide receivers and your DBs? You think it's a good one?
No, I mean, I think that matchup's going to favor you all any day of the week. I mean, come on, let's just call it what it is. And I think that's why I like that football has 11 guys on the field and not just 2. And so if we think that our DBs are going to stay with your receivers one-on-one with no nothing, that's a different issue. That's a totally different issue. And that's why I mentioned getting in the passing lanes and kind of doing things and creating habit, because like I always say, I don't care if you have 200 yards. If you have 0 touchdowns, your 200 yards means nothing to me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we play, is JJ could have the game of his life, and you guys could still lose.
Right.
Because if he's not getting in the end zone, but he could have, I'll give him 700. I don't care. But if you can't score and everything that happens, and you get down to the red zone and the coach goes away from the things that are working and all those whatever things, I'll take that any day of the week. It doesn't have to be pretty for me. I'm not looking for pretty wins. I'm looking for grind it out. I don't care if it's the last second field goal. I don't care if we're kicking the ball around to get to the end zone. I don't care.
And that's usually I feel like the Steelers, when I think about Steelers, that's the type of games you think about, is like, hey, look, it's just gonna be one of those, do whatever you gotta do. They're gonna battle you to the end, and the coaching is going to step up, and you better hope that your coach on the opposite side is
ready to go,
just as smart and ready to go.
Lock in for battle. That's what I tell everybody I talk to when I talk about my team. I always say, get ready to play. Because when the game's over, you're going to know we played us. You're gonna
shout out Boom Boom, man. So Really Flawed, she is a Steelers fan. Yep. So this was perfect. Although me and her, I just like talking football with her in general, but obviously this had to be set up. You know what I mean?
Well, come on. I invited myself. I was like, we need to collaborate. You were like,
kind of did. Yeah.
Why don't we?
Why don't we? Especially, and it does make sense though. And a Texas Longhorn. Look at North Snow, Texas Longhorn, and Steelers. Let's go. North pays attention to detail for sure.
I love it.
He pays attention to detail. That's a fact. So I'll say this. I think that matchup's good. I don't think it's as lopsided as maybe you may feel. Like, thanks for hyping us up over here. But I feel like because of the quarterback situation, I'm going to stand back a little bit and say, I got to see. Now honestly, do I think there's anybody who can guard JJ one-on-one? No, I don't.
Absolutely.
There ain't many people that can guard Jordan Addison one-on-one either. But you still have to execute, right? You still have to execute, because like you said, you can do all that extra, but if you're not efficient and moving the ball and getting in the end zone, it all doesn't matter. We've had games like that with JJ where he would have damn near 200 yards, but we walk away with the L. Like, he went crazy against the Lions one year and we still took the L. And he had one of the best games. I think it may have been his biggest game ever, was against a game against Detroit at one point. I think it was like 190 something receiving yards. Wow. Somebody can drop it in the chat if y'all remember that game. I know I ain't tripping, but it was nice, but we taking the L. So, I think more for me is being more efficient. And I'm going to say it again. I think for the Vikings, that means run the damn ball, man. Like Jordan Mason, listen, Jordan Mason needs to be the focal point of this damn football game. And you usually don't hear that going up against the Steelers.
I do agree.
Like, most teams don't come in and say, oh, yeah, we're playing the Steelers. Yeah, we're going to run the damn ball, because that's like, yeah, right. You think you about to run it on the Steelers? You tripping. If you don't figure out how to throw the football on them, your ass is not winning the game, bro. Like, for real.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like too. When I think about this game, there's so many things where if you look at it on paper, you're like, oh, this team, oh, this team, oh, this team. And then you're kind of like, okay, but then it's the Steelers. Okay, but they play hard. Okay, but they have ugly games. Okay, but and it's like, as you kind of think about it, you're like, I don't really like this matchup. I don't like this at all. Yeah. Like, I just need my guys to go in there and take care of business, please. And then let's move on. Let's not even talk about these guys anymore.
Yeah. No, for sure. Shout out Blunt in the building, man. My guy, man. Shout out my guy Blunt in the building. Skull and Roll. Appreciate you tapping in, man. I see all the newcomers. Make sure y'all hitting the like button on the way in. And on top of that, make sure you go and subscribe to Really Flawed's YouTube channel. I have it in the title. So it's super easy. All you got to do right there, as you're watching, you can just click it and it won't even take you off the live. Like, it'll pull her name up and you can hit the subscribe button. So make sure you go over there and support her for sure, because trust me, she will do something that you will enjoy. She'll talk about a topic that you can relate to. That's a fact. You'll find something over there. Believe me. All right. So make sure you're supporting her. That's a fact, everybody. Taba all day said trap game. You guys get Cleveland next in London. Looking ahead. Yeah, I mean,
let me tell you. Can I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
If the Minnesota Vikings are looking ahead of the Steelers, We have a different
That's
issue.
a mistake. That's a mistake.
We have a different issue. Yeah. Cleveland might be the trap game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, although I do think that that defense is for real. It always has been. It's just their offense can't. I don't know what they got going on.
They can't move the ball, but the defense is. I think they're like number 1 in like 3 categories right now. Now again, it's 3 weeks in, but still, they're doing their thing right now. They're top 10 in almost every category for sure on defense right now. That defense is legit.
Yeah,
the defense is legit. But I think we got Cleveland's number though. Like we be kicking Cleveland's ass all the time, especially in London. In London, man, hey, look. Y'all know what I'm going with. Y'all know where I'm going with it, man. The Thielen soccer slide, baby. We got to see that again, man. Hey, bring it home. Bring it home, man. Let's go, 19. If 19 doesn't get a touchdown, no other time this season, I need it in London, and I need the soccer slide, bro. Do that for RAP before you get up out of here, man. For sure. I need it, man. I'm begging you. Please, my brother. Please, my brother, because I might mess around, slide across my kitchen floor with you. All right, when you score the touchdown, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it with you, bro. We both gonna just, you know what I mean? We gonna do it. Like, so come on, let's go.
That is awesome. That is so awesome.
Boo Boo said, Rap didn't see my Thielen post. No, I wasn't on X all day today, to be real, until I shared our live right here tonight. I shared it. I wasn't on X like that all day today, so. If I didn't see it, that is a fact. I did it, but it's all right. I'll tap in with your bull, man. Don't worry, I got you. So Taba all day is a Steeler. Taba all day is a Steeler. Hold on, did I see a Steelers logo as your Let me see.
Can't see logos.
Yeah, there you go. You got to okay. Yeah, Steelers. Okay, Steelers had Irish ties. It's like a home game. Now I will say I don't know too much about Dublin. But I know London's a home game for us. So Dublin, you've heard there's a lot of Steelers.
Yeah, because that's where that's where the Roonies are from.
Oh,
that's their origin story. So I think that's why they wanted this game there. But I couldn't remember if we've played there before, if they did this before. Because when they got the game, everybody was like, "Congratulations, Steelers! Like you guys did it!" Blah 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 blah. So yeah, I don't know. Wow, I don't know the history and all of that.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I think Rooney is. I think he's Irish.
So I'm excited to see what the crowd looks like out there. Part of me feels like there's gonna be a lot of mixed jerseys, in my opinion. I don't know. I know London, we take over London, man. Vikings. We got a ton. We have a ton of Vikings fans in London, and that's on my bucket list. First of all, hey. Look, man, when I start the fundraiser to get RAP to London, hey, I need the community to rally together, man. I'm telling you right now, man. Hey, let's get RAPZ to London. First of all, I gotta get my passport. That's the first step. But hey, I'll let y'all know when I get that. No, hey, I like to stay in my country, to be honest with you. But I'll go to London for a football game, for a Viking. I feel like I have to check that off. I just feel like I have to. I just have to. So if I am gonna go out the country, I gotta make it Vikings. You know what I mean? They will be that will be the reason I do leave the country.
Okay.
I've been to Bahamas and stuff like that, but I'm talking really across the pond.
Come on, get that.
Bahamas
passport.
Is like Florida. You know what I mean?
Well, get the passport. If you get the passport, I think it's 10 years.
Yeah. All right. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go get the passport.
And you can use it for another form of ID and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I will life pro tip, honestly. If you get your passport, separate it from wherever you keep your other IDs. Because if you ever lose your social, your birth certificate, your ID, it's way easier to replace it with your passport.
Okay.
Because your passport has your picture and it has all the other details. Versus if you get it and you put it with your other stuff and you lose it, you're screwed. So when you get it, separate it. That's your life lesson for the day.
Okay, nice. Let's go. Everybody, make sure y'all taking notes.
Yeah, when you get your passport, separate it from your ID. Never keep them together.
Let's go. So. All right. North said Vikings founded Dublin. Applesauce. All right, for real? They did they? I don't know.
Vikings founded.
And he's Dublin. He's not saying you the B word either. So he's talking. I know Norse personally. So
what? I don't even know what's going on. I can't see it. I don't know what's going on.
Boom Boom said the Vikings didn't just raid Ireland, they founded Dublin. That's what he was saying. Like actual Vikings.
Okay. I was so lost. I'm like, what is going on?
So it's 841 AD.
841 AD.
Wow. And yo, we getting a history story here on some Viking shit. Let's go.
So is that why our game is there? So like the Roonies were from there, actual Viking. Okay. I mean, let's be honest. I won't be paying that much attention in the morning to see the stories in the back end.
You did say
like that. I won't be. I'll just be up watching the game like this.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to know like what kind of visuals and like how they're going to tell us why we should care about this.
Me too. That because I didn't know that, man. Shout out Boom Boom, man. Let's give Boom Boom a round of applause out here, man, with the lesson out here, man. Let's go.
841 AD. How long ago was that?
They named it Dyflin Blackpool, okay, and ran one of Europe's biggest trade spots. Dublin literally started as a Viking city.
Okay.
Let's go, man. Hey, I got a Vikings call right here, man, that I added to the soundbar. Y'all listen to this. This is a real Vikings call. You ready?
Yes.
Nice. Y'all like that? It goes for like a couple seconds.
It's a little exhausting. Oh, it repeats?
No, that's it. It just does it twice. That is a literal, that is a, I typed in on a sound thing. It was like Vikings call and that's it. So I felt like that was right for the Dublin thing. Now that I know that we claim that land. Yeah, we kick the last.
It is ours.
It's ours.
That is so funny. That's funny. Okay.
All right. So let's move to this. What is the Steelers' identity thus far? So like, what is your identity on as just the team in general? And I know it's 3 weeks in, but if you had to say with Aaron Rodgers at the helm, what is your guys' identity right now? Usually your defense, right? Usually, I mean, in my opinion, when I think of the Steelers, I think, hey, bro, they're gonna run the football and play defense, kind of like what I want my team to do right now. But what do you think it is right now?
Yeah, I would say we don't fucking know.
We don't have one.
We don't know. I can't call it. I have no clue, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I think we want our identity to be our defense, right? We want certain things, but I haven't seen it. I've seen 3 games. I've seen 0 identity. I don't know. And I think that's our issue. I don't think we have one. I think right now we are just winning football games. Our identity right now is finding a way to win. That is our identity.
Wow.
We don't have one. I mean, usually historically it is our defense, right? Historically that is what we do really well. And it's not like they've been bad. It's just I don't want to say that's our identity yet because it hasn't been good. And I don't want an identity that's like okay. I want like that to be our thing.
Right.
So yeah, we don't know. Wow. I think if you ask Coach Tomlin, he would definitely say our defense because again, they were better last week than they were the first 2 weeks. And if they're better this week, then he's right. Right now, as a fan, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh man. So it's crazy because I kind of feel the same way with the Minnesota Vikings. Like right now, we don't have an identity either. I think we're a defensive football team. I think we're gonna go as far as our defense takes us. Like, and I think that's kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, that kind of sounds like what you mean.
Yeah,
what
same.
you're saying as far as like what Mike Tomlin would say. So I think our team is going to be as successful however far the defense drags us. That's how far we're going to go right now. Even though we have all these weapons on offense, we talk about the offense with the Vikings. We talk about you hear Justin Jefferson and you hear Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, which I think is getting overhyped more and more and more. And it's time to simmer down on the TJ Hawk talk until he turns up again. You know what I mean? And he did have a touchdown last week. So shout out to him, but we got to see a little more before we just keep throwing his name out there. But I think this defense is our identity. I think we are a defensive team. We are a defensive team. And I think we're turning into defense and run the ball, time management, clock control. Hey, just pound them to death.
Yeah.
That's
nothing
just what
wrong
it
with
is.
pounding them to death.
That's just what it is. Like try to get short fields. with the defense.
Field a possession game. Yeah.
I'm telling you, and you know what? There's teams that we've seen in the past that have went all the way to a Super Bowl with that formula.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of those guys just a year, 2 years ago saying, no, we need to be throwing the ball around the yard. Kevin O'Connell, hey, his schemes and stuff. Hey, we can put up a ton of points and we can kick ass and go, especially if the defense is doing what they're doing too on top of that. But like right now, I think as Vikings fans, we just need to understand we're not really there until we figure out this quarterback position. Because first of all, we got to see JJ come back and actually do something so that we can really jump on board. As much as we think he's going to do something and we're still on board and we're hyped, we have to see it now. There is no more what he did in college and he only lost one game in college and he won a net. All that's over with, man. It's time to see it, and that's coming from somebody who supports him more than most, and I get on here and
you do support him.
Right.
Whenever he's not playing well, you're the first person I think of. I'm like, oh gosh, now he has to.
And I get on and look, and I get on and I hit record regardless, and I'm going to continue to do that regardless of the outcome because I am a Vikings fan first. But hey, look, hey, it's time. I need to see it now. Like we're in the midst of things, and I'm ready to see it, and that's why I'm really pushing on. Hey, bro, he has to play. Hey, look, man, I'm not trying to hear nothing else. Like as a Vikings fan, I don't care. I don't care what Carson Wentz does for this next week or 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. He can throw for 1,000 yards in one game and 80 times. I don't give a damn. Like nothing is going to change my mind. Nothing.
Yeah.
At all. So we'll see.
And I think too, I think sometimes because we live in a microwave society, we forget that it's a process. And the hope is that if he plays now, if he starts to get better throughout the season, then he can take you where he needs to go. Or even if he peaks late and it's a little too late at the end of the season, at least he has that experience. So now next year you can say, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl because now he's ready. Right. And, but if he doesn't play, you don't have that.
And I think about like the Josh Allens of the world who had a very slow start to their career, which is crazy because even though Josh Allen had a slow start to his career, guess who kickstarted that shit? The Vikings. Yeah. I remember like yesterday, chat, I'm going to take y'all down memory lane. Do y'all remember Josh Allen hurdling a motherfucker? Now, I don't know exactly who he hurdled, but I know he hurdled somebody on our team because I was watching that game, and that was the game where the NFL was like, oh, shit, who's this Josh Allen kid? That was his rookie year. That's when, and his rookie year wasn't that good, but like the game against us was kind of his coming out like, okay, this dude could be something serious, bro. If you forgot, go back and look at Anthony Barr. That's who he hurdled. Yeah. I remember that just like yesterday, man. I'm like, holy, you're like big old 6'5" dude, man, hurdling like that, man. What the hell? Like, So
and the only thing Josh Allen did was play football to get better. He just continued to play. And I mean, remember against the Texans in the playoff game? I mean, he was awful. He was so bad. And it was like, but he needed that. Like and that's the thing. Like, we cannot coddle these guys. This is the NFL. This is peak football. Because I'm going to say the other thing. If JJ comes in and he's absolutely terrible and this team is bad, guess what? You got to replace him respectfully. You can't hold on to a guy who's not good. You have to know if he's good. You got to play him. And if you play him and he sucks and he gets worse, guess what? You're in the quarterback sweepstakes. That's just how this league goes. Like, we can't, like, you got to be able to cut it. Like, you got to go. Like, if you ain't it, you got to go.
Hey, I agree with you 110% is what I agree with you. Like, that is the vibe I'm on this whole season, bro. I'm on that. Like, and I'm not changing. I'm on that. Like, for real. Like, I'm on that. That's why I'm not trying to hear anything else. Right? Like, I want to win as a Vikings fan. I really do. I think we all do. I mean, that's the whole name of the game as a fan. You want your team to go out there. Every time you do predictions, you're going to pick your team to win. All right? Even if it's unrealistic, you're still like, I don't care. We win it.
That's why I stopped doing predictions.
Yeah.
In my videos. So when I make all my videos for Texas, Colorado, and the Steelers, I stopped giving predictions because I'm like, this is dumb.
Because you're going to pick the Texans every time. You're picking Texans.
Why would I not? Like, you want me to think this team is going to be?
You want me to pick a you? You want me to pick the opponent beating my team, my favorite team that I breathe and man, no, man.
That I argue about.
I'm telling you, that ain't happening, bruh. Like for real, it just isn't. You know what I'm saying? Now, when the schedules come out, we try to get realistic, and we're like, all right, we're gonna go 10-7. All right, I can see us losing this and doing that is hard enough. All right, doing that is hard enough. But when the season starts, man, shit, every week now we got it, and this is why.
We're gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll get it done.
We'll figure it out. Somebody in the chat asked about Caleb Johnson. I think I saw it. Okay. It was earlier. And so Caleb Johnson, I don't want to say he was the reason why we lost to the Seattle Seahawks. That's not fair. But so in game 1 of the season, he fumbled a kickoff. He recovered it, so we're fine. Then game 2, he did the thing where the football hit him and went into the end zone, and Seattle recovered it, and they scored a touchdown because he didn't know the rules. Yeah. So Caleb Johnson right now is in timeout because this is the NFL.
Yeah.
And we don't have time to be putting you out there if you're going to fumble and not know the rules. And so he's in timeout. And if somebody gets injured, you know who's going to run out there, though? Caleb Johnson, because it is the NFL.
So, timeout is crazy.
So that's where he's at right now. He's on timeout, okay? He's still with the team. He's still doing all this stuff, but he's in timeout right now. He is in trouble. And he didn't play last week because we didn't need him to play last week. So that's what's happening with Caleb Johnson. I saw somebody ask, so just answering.
Yeah, for sure. Boom Boom said, Rap sold me on JJ McCarthy. He can't suck. He will only get better. Nah, facts. He will. No, man, he gonna be all right. You know what I mean? He gonna be all right, man. We just I get to bro some time, man. I mean, the dude played 2 fucking football games, bro. Like, it's just crazy to think about, man. You know what I mean? Like you said, really flawed microwave, bro. Like, it's just like, come on, 2 football games. 2.
The same thing's happening with Arch Manning. Everyone thinks he's supposed to walk out and be Peyton. And it's like, he doesn't have to work or develop. Like, he doesn't, he's just supposed to walk out and automatically he's Peyton Manning.
It's just crazy. But when you think about Peyton Manning, think about Peyton Manning's rookie season. Imagine if the Colts would have just judged Peyton Manning off his rookie season.
Right.
We wouldn't have a Peyton Manning right now. We wouldn't
have a Peyton Manning. Yeah. Tom Brady was a backup. Man. Tom Brady was not even good enough to be a starter. I don't know. I think we forget as fans. I think sometimes we forget that playing football is hard because if it wasn't hard, everybody in the chat right now would be on the football field.
Yeah. Cause and Effect had a question for you. Who will be the Steelers QB next year?
Oh God. I have no clue. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I mean,
so is there anything about the guy from Ohio State?
He's on IR.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah,
so
he's on IR.
Oh, wow. And he got hurt at practice?
So he got hurt in training camp.
Listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. Not a game.
I had to troll a little bit. I had to troll
practice.
Iverson. Hey. He got hurt in training camp. We were really excited to see him for game 2, game 3, all the preseason, and he got hurt. So I don't know.
Howard, right? Yeah.
Howard. Yeah, Will Howard. And it's his throwing hand, I think. Oh, man. So that's another thing where it's
Boom Boom said he has a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Rodgers is elevating the Steelers into true AFC contender status right away, or are you worried about his age and durability? Great question, Boom Boom.
So I think before Rodgers, the Steelers were a playoff team consistently. So that would mean that he would have to elevate us. Because before him and without him, we were already in the playoffs.
Even with Mason Rudolph's and shit, the Steelers.
Again, I think it goes to coaching. Yeah, and Duck Hodges, who the hell is that?
I remember the Duck era too, because one of my good friends and really fan like my uncle, and he was a coworker of mine at my old place of employment, and he was a diehard Steeler fan. And I remember him buying the Duck jersey and everybody, Duck. That was a fun era watching Duck, watching.
And we were in the playoffs with him. So I'm just saying, the thing that the Steelers have that a lot of people are like, why are you always so calm and confident? I'm like, because my organization is solid.
Yeah.
solid.
I mean, that's why Tomlin's been the coach for damn near 20 years. You know, I mean, it speaks for itself. Like people complain about him. Like I've seen Steelers fans complain about him when
all the time.
And because I watch a couple Steelers content creators other than you too, and because I have one that specifically we're gonna raid on Sunday for the pep rally, and they're gonna get pissed too. Like they're hotheads. Yeah, you probably heard of them, Steel Twins.
Oh yeah, they are hotheads.
Twins.
Yeah,
they're funny as shit. So it's gonna be fun to raid. Everybody, make sure you at the pep rally first of all on Sunday. It's gonna be at 8:30 Eastern, so 7:30 Central. Hopefully everything goes as planned. My program seems to be working. I mean, we're live right now, right? I'm guessing everybody can see us. Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't wait until Sunday before the pep rally to mess up on us, which I don't think it will. I think that was just it's been 3 years and never did it, and so it must have just been bad timing. But anyways, we're going to holler at the Steel Twins in that morning. I know they ass gonna be up. I know they gonna be up.
I have to, okay. I can take a joke, and the joke in the comment section.
Hold on.
About there's some twins, all right.
Oh,
that's fucking hilarious. Okay, I have to give it to you. Okay?
So I try to scroll past those type of comments.
I know, but that is funny, and it caught me off guard. I almost choked.
Broski Bear, man. Broski Bear, man.
Because I saw it, and I was like, listen, if you say something funny and I see it, I'm going to give you credit. Okay, I can have a sense of humor. I know how to laugh. That is funny. I
will say this, man. As long as y'all respectful, man. Like don't say nothing out the ordinary. Bro.
Don't be disrespectful.
Don't be disrespectful.
That was funny though. It was funny.
That is kind of that. It was perfect.
It met the moment. Like I'll give it to you.
We'll give Broski a round of applause for that. It's perfect time with Broski Bear. Perfect time.
And it caught me off guard, and I was like, it was funny. Like I
knew that's why the room was packed tonight. Anyways, you know, it's something's always every time I have really flawed on. I'm like, God damn, there's just a little bit more people just sticking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, golly, hold up, man, what's going on?
That's so funny. That's funny.
Shout out Prince.
Even when I couldn't get my crap together.
Yeah, no, it's great. I told you though, they'll hang around and we'll give them a good show and we'll hang on a little longer. I mean, shoot, we've been going on. We still got a couple topics to touch on here. So it's a long show and we're making up for it, y'all. We know we were 20 minutes late and we gonna make up for that. He said 2 claps and a Ricky. I got you, man. We gotta give her 2 claps and a Ricky. Let's go. Let's go, man. Shout out Broski, man.
I love that. I know. And I always say, like, I love talking about football, though. Like, I love, like, any chance I can get. I joke with my family and friends. I'm like, if I could wake up and talk football and then go to sleep and talk about football, it would be perfect. And they're like, you're nuts. Like, you are crazy.
Norse is like, here's me with the zip lips. Yeah, Norse. Be on your best behavior, Norse. Be on your best behavior, man. Norse is my guy. I love that guy. Like, that's Norse's family. So he means no disrespect. I
didn't see the comment you were talking about with him earlier. So I don't know what he said. It was already gone.
He was talking about the Vikings Dublin, like Vikings founded Dublin, but at the end he put bitch, but it wasn't like you know how sometimes you'll say like, yeah, like, you know what I mean. And but when it's a comment, it's almost like, yeah, because you know.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I never saw it. So when you said that, I was like, oh God, what are you
I just didn't want you to see it and be like, hold up, bro, calling me the B word? Like, wait a minute. That ain't no.
That's funny. Well, the funny thing is I'm usually in the chat with them. So it's weird for me sometimes when I'm up here.
No, they love you. They love you.
Because I'm usually in the chat with you. I'll be like, oh my God, like what's going on? I usually try to edit my video before because I know you're gonna be live. And I'm like, I know.
No, they love you. They love you over here. And I definitely love you and the support you do for Vocal Vike and the Vikings community. I mean, you shout us out all the time. So thank you for that, you know, because you don't have to do that. And I really appreciate having you on. Just like Dylan said, she knows ball, and that's a fact. Y'all can hear it. Like, I mean, and I said that from the first show we had you on, was like, y'all are going to be impressed when I bring on this person. And when you came on, hey, they were like, golly, like she talked ball, like, hey, and she does. She makes me have to up my level.
Oh, don't start this crap.
I said it because like I feel like I can't just be, because when I'm on by myself, I'm very just like opinionated talking and not really getting into too much detail. But when I have you on, I feel like I kind of got to dig a little deeper, and I like that. I'll
take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I like it. It's definitely a compliment. Definitely a compliment.
Well, listen, you're the one that was prepared. I was like, oh my gosh, I am not. Okay, hold on. Let me get my brain functioning, because right now I read it, I see it, but I can't comprehend it just yet.
Well, so far, so good. You've been answering the questions amazing, and it's given us an outlook. Shout out to Tone in the building, Prince in the building, man. No, she's a Steelers fan, so that's why she's on with us tonight, Prince. She represents the Steelers over there. So make sure you go sub to her too. I'm sure she'll play your track. Yeah, I mean, she's a big supporter, man. So Prince,
is there a song that I need to play?
Yeah, so he's an artist, and it is a Vikings song, but it's a cool, it's super dope. And I play it for the pep rallies. And I'll be playing it. If you haven't heard it, I'll play it on Sunday. I wasn't able to play
I think I heard it.
Okay, on the
because I
post game.
was stalking everyone whenever you were in Minnesota. Minnesota. Like, where am I from?
Minnesota.
I watched it.
I know you're a Steeler, but you should try to make it the Skull Fest.
Everybody keeps saying that.
You should try to make it the Skull Fest next year. Because we do it every home opener.
Home opener. Okay.
Yeah. So next year, I mean, that would be fire if you could make it out there on a trip to Minnesota and come kick it with it. You would get so much love in the building for sure. Like, everybody would treat you as family, that, and you with us. So it'll be fire.
I do want to go to a game there for sure.
That's you should definitely consider it for next year for sure. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure you get.
You have to be my Minnesota Vikings fan when I do my NFL fan series that I say I'm never going to do every year, and then every year I'm like, do you want to come on and be a part of it?
Look no further. I'm here. That's easy work. Look no further.
I'm like, I'm not doing it this year. Okay, hey, I decided to do it again. Do you want to be a part of it?
Hey, Prince, you got to send me that ASAP, my brother. Send me that, man. We got to see that, man. Thank you so much, man. Email that to us, man, for sure.
Somebody said something that I noticed.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, Really Flawed stays up till 1 a.m. talking ball.
Oh, yeah. And she does a show every week, right? With Arthur.
Yeah.
He played for the Steelers, right?
Yeah. So Arthur Moats got drafted by the Bills.
Okay.
And so there's always this funny thing whenever the Bills come up in conversation. And so he played for the Bills, and then he played for the Steelers he played in the NFL for 9 seasons. And so he has his own YouTube channel that he obviously talks Steelers and all these different things. And so him and I collab every Tuesday morning about the Steelers game. And we just talk he's a former player. So I get perspective from him, and he's like, what do fans think? Like, what are y'all like? How do you think? What do y'all feel? What is it like for you? Because obviously he's been in the locker room. I have not. And so, we just chop it up about the Steelers. And then I join his show exclusively on Thursdays.
Okay.
Only on his channel. And then we preview the next week and all that. So Arthur Moats and I collaborate, which is so funny that I say that. And it's so funny that that's happening because I used to watch his channel.
Yeah. And now you're like part of the program. You know what I mean?
Now I'm like, and then I do instant reactions exclusively for his channel.
That's another reason why you think I'm just saying things, but there's another testimony to why, because a former player willing to invest to have you on the channel weekly, that should tell you something right there. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Okay.
So there you go.
You know what? I hear you. Okay.
All right, we'll give you a round of applause. Let's go. All right. So let's get to this one. So we did the Steelers identity. You said there's 9. I kind of feel the same with
TBD.
The Vikings. Although to be TBD and
we'll figure it out.
All right. Bold prediction for a certain player. We're gonna do one on defense, one on offense. So just a stat prediction. I know you don't usually like doing predictions or whatever the case may be, but just kind of throw it out there. And for example, Jalen Ramsey is going to get a pick 6, and then on offense, Aaron Rodgers is going to throw 4 touchdowns. But what do you feel like is going to go down on Sunday? One player on defense, one on offense.
I think my defensive guy is going to be Cam Hayward.
Cam Hayward.
I think he's going to be disruptive. Now, what are his stats? Like, obviously, he plays a position where it's not really about the stats per se; it's about the impact.
Right.
And so, I feel like he's going to make an impact and make a difference. Here, every single week so far, he's had some tip pass that's been an interception, or he's been the reason why we've gotten a fumble. Like, he's just doing things that just. He's just in the way, which is literally his job.
Right.
And so I think, for the Steelers to win this game, let's do it that for the Steelers to win this game, it's going to take Cam Hayward being impactful in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. So pretty much so let me, and I just want throw a little bit more bold sauce on there real quick and say Cam Hayward is going to cause an interception.
He might be the reason that we might be able to stop the run.
Stop the run. Okay. All right. So he's gonna get some tackles for loss.
We haven't been able to do that. So
we love to hear that as fans. Y'all can't stop the run. Hold up a minute. Y'all can't.
We can. So what's been happening though is like once guys kind of start running, they end up fumbling.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird thing where it's like, can we stop the run? I don't know. Guys are just fumbling. So is that us? Or are you gonna call it luck? Yeah. If it's us, it's luck, right? If it's your team, it's because the defense. It's like.
Let's go.
So yeah, I think Cam Hayward is a reason that we will be able to stop the run. So that's my bold prediction.
Okay.
That none of this, by the way, just so everybody is clear, when I give bold position things, none of this is going to happen. It is going to be somebody else that will do all of these things. Yeah. That's how my life works.
That's how it is for us too.
Yeah, everything I say, it's going to be the opposite. So
I've been doing this 3 years and I ain't get one yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest.
I love that. And then my other bold prediction is Calvin Austin is going to be the different. It's going to score a couple of touchdowns on offense.
Wow. Okay. That's a bold one. See, hey, there you go. Now that's bold right there. That's bold. Yeah. Couple? Couple?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Calvin Austin. I think that's actually the guy who caught that pass I was talking about. Yep.
He's a back shoulder.
Okay.
And he had a touchdown against the Jets as well.
Now, Calvin Austin, where did he come from? Was he on why Calvin Austin? Drop it in the chat, y'all. Because Calvin Austin, it wasn't the Titans, was it?
I don't remember. I am not good at that.
Yeah.
Once guys are in the league, I can't even tell you how long they've been there.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody in the chat to help us out. Shout out Matt Dubs in the building. I see you, man. Addison is back.
Came from Memphis. He came from Memphis and he was drafted by the Steelers.
Yeah. Calvin Austin, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was drafted. He was drafted
by the Steelers.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking of Tavon Austin. That's why.
He went to.
But he's out the league. Yeah. Yeah. Because he was a beast in college. Yeah.
Yeah. He's older.
Yeah. That's what I heard the name Austin receiver. I'm like, hold on. Why that name? Okay. Don't mind me, guys. My bad. Damn, so old. It's next downfield before he gets to the QB. Hey, we'll see. I mean, Cam. Hey, he still
if you go look at Cam Hayward's stats from the past 3 weeks, you will be like, oh,
yeah, he's still productive. He's still being productive. Unfortunately for us, but hey, look, we got Christian Darrisaw. See, I'm all over the place, and I'm about to call him CD Lamb, all type of shit. We got Christian Darrisaw back, and I think that makes a huge difference for us. Like, we saw the difference. Yeah. We saw the difference. Even though it's the Bengals, he was going up against one of the top pass rushers in the NFL, and Hendrickson, that I'm sure you're super familiar with, obviously being in that same division. So, like, he shut that boy down. That boy made no noise at all after signing that huge contract. Christian Darrisaw showed the Bengals, hey, y'all could pay him as much money as you want. He ain't getting through here today.
The problem was, did he sign? I don't think he signed a big contract. They just gave him a little bit more money.
I thought they signed him up though. No.
Well, they did. They gave him more money, but he still is not like.
Oh, okay.
I still think he's underpaid, but that's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Anyways,
you know what I mean?
He'll be in the contract dispute next year, so y'all might get him next year.
Hey, I'll take him. You know what I mean? I definitely take him. But I actually think, speaking of the edge rushers for us though, like Dallas Turner, and I know we had this talk, me and you, last time we talked about it. I was kind of talking about Dallas Turner on like, hey, this is the year, the Vikings fans, we need to see that. We need to see Dallas Turner take that step. And I'll say, last week, man, I think he led the team in pressures, first of all.
Okay.
And he's been showing some flashes and showing some good things that I think we can get excited about. Again, we have to see this week. Every week's going to be one of those deals where we're kind of saying, hey, is it really happening? Because when you think about a player like Dallas Turner, you're expecting every game for him to be a standout player. That's what a star is. A star, week in and week out, they are going to at least make a play that, changes the game in some type of way, whether it's micro or whatever. That's what Dallas Turner, that's the expectations for him. And last week he did that. It was against the Bengals, though, man. I got to keep saying that because I just feel like the Bengals probably might be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I know they started out their season 2-0, but like Burrow not coming back for, I don't know, shit. He might not be back till goddamn December or if they make the playoffs. He may make it back then, but I just see them losing a lot of football games, man. I really do, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
They don't look good.
They just don't look good. They
Yeah.
just don't. I think we'll see a lot of mad Jamar Chase post game conferences and shit. I just think we will. So my defensive player really flawed that I'm gonna do. My bold prediction is going to be I'm gonna go Byron Murphy. All right. I haven't really touched, last week Isaiah Rodgers did his thing. I'm gonna say they're gonna pass it on. And the DBs are going to step up. They're going to do their thing again this week, but he's going to pass it to his brother, Byron Murphy. I think Byron Murphy's going to get a pick 6 and cause a fumble too. I'll say Byron, he's not going to have the same game, obviously, because I don't think that's going to happen for a while. But what I will say is Byron Murphy will force 2 turnovers. And I'm going to say a pick 6 will be one of them. I know that's a long shot, but hey, if he gets an interception and causes a fumble, y'all still kind of gotta give me a little bit, bro. Like for real, this is I put a lot of thought into this.
We're doing our best.
There's a ton of thought into that. You know what I mean? There's a formula to it. Believe me. All right.
I put it in my spreadsheet, computed.
I'm telling you. Offense. I'm going to go Jordan Addison for the obvious reasons. I mean, this is his first game back after the suspension, so I kind of want to just talk about him. I'm going to say Jordan Addison is going to have, 2 touchdowns. How about that? Okay. So, because I think we're going to put up about 28 points, and I think Jordan Addison will have 2 of them. All right, that's my bold prediction. I don't know the yards, but I think saying a player is going to have 2 touchdowns is pretty bold. Especially this being his first game back after being suspended. He hasn't played a live football game in a minute. It'll be like, damn, you come back and you knock 2 touchdowns in like that. Let's go. Let's go. Anthony Webb said Ivan Pace got to step it up. He does. He had a lot better game last week. Ivan Pace had a pretty good game last week, but I agree. I mean, we still got to see some more. He definitely has to step it up. But I want to remind everybody as we're talking about the bowl predictions, I do something that I didn't do last year, but the year before I used to do something called Purple Lottery, where I would say, hey, predict the score. Well, I kind of switched it up this year, and it's sponsored by my guy over there at Casino Tears, my boy 10 Ton, man, Casino Tears podcast. And it's a podcast about craps, and he's from Las Vegas, and Yeah, craps, like the gambling.
The board game. Okay.
Right. And that's my bro. And he's been a Vikings fan since a little boy. And I mean, diehard Vikings fan. And that's his company. He runs that. And, he sponsors my post-game shows, man. And we made a shirt. It's Casino Tears and Purple Gang collab. And I posted every week on the community tab. And this week's question is, how many receiving yards will Jordan Addison have? All you have to do to win is get it exact. That's it. So, it's harder than you think. I mean, I feel like people will comment and they're confident, but I feel like even last year, I think, or the year before when I used to do it, it was a little easier because I would do score prediction. And I think maybe one person the whole year actually called the score on the head. And I think trying to get players' stats is even harder than that.
It is hard. So, it is hard.
But hey, it's worth a shot. It's called gambling. So go over there and comment. It's free. You don't gotta pay to play. All you gotta do is drop a comment on under the picture. And if you win, my boy's sending you a shirt, man. Shout out Anthony Webb. He's about to receive his here in a couple of days, man. And he'll be able to tell you.
Oh, he won? What did he get right?
So he didn't win. It's kind of an outlier. He didn't win. He didn't actually win, but he won one of the plaques. I don't know if you remember the plaques we were doing for my father. Shout out Norse. Yep. Shout out Norse Fierce. Putting those plaques together. You know, let's go. My boy. But like 3 weeks went by as I'm giving them away. And he's in the building right here. But I had to move on. We had to give it to somebody else. But so I just kind of, since I got the shirts, we gonna hook him up with one of those. You know what I mean? Shout out Webb, man. Appreciate you, Webb, man, for sure.
I love it. Okay.
All right. So, hey, make sure you go do that, everybody. Make sure you do that. Do not miss out on that opportunity because the shirts are fire. Matt Dubb said Cashman is definitely missed, but Wilson is balling. No, Wilson is absolutely balling. And it's easy to use that as a bold prediction for your defensive player if you're a Vikings fan. Because Eric Wilson is like that, man. He's in his bag. I love Eric Wilson, bro. Like straight up. Are you familiar with who that is? Really flawed?
No.
So he's one of our linebackers, which he actually played for the Minnesota Vikings 2020, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2020, 2021. Yep, we let him walk, and now he's circled back around. But I never wanted to let him leave because he was the player that if Anthony Barr got hurt or Eric Kendricks got hurt, that guy stepped in. And I mean, you didn't miss a beat. Like he's just one of those guys that he's not a superstar, but God damn it, he should be treated like one. Cause this guy he just makes plays. You know what I mean? He's like you were saying with my boy Silas Bolden when you were telling me,
He's like with the Texans now. I just think he's gonna play.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Man, I hope he plays, man. I was hoping he made our team. Unfortunately, he got beat by Price. He got beat out by Price, man. Price kind of took his job because that's what Price is, undrafted free agent.
Yep.
And collecting.
Hey, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Collecting, receiving the punts. All right, let's see. So the next one, this is going to be the score prediction. All right. I know you don't like doing these either, but you got to do it for tonight's show.
I will predict the score. I think it's going to be like a 24-20 or it could be uglier than that, like a 22-24 or something like that. Yeah. I think 22-24 because I feel like it's just going to be ugly. It's going to be like, how the hell did they get 23 points or whatever, right? It's going to be like, how are we even here? Okay. I feel like it's going to be an ugly 24-22, 26-24, like some ugly something or another.
Okay. And like when you say that, who you going? Obviously, you're going Steelers, right?
I'm not going to pick against my team. Like, it doesn't matter how I think.
I thought we had her chat. I thought we had her chat. Oh, man.
Who picks against their team? Like, if you pick against your team, I actually don't trust you as a human.
I'm definitely not. And everybody, drop your score predictions in the chat. Drop your score predictions in the chat. Let's see how y'all are feeling. Obviously, this is going to be very, very, very one-sided in the chat, but it's all good. It's all good. Hey, she's in enemy territory and she handling it like a G.
And the other thing is too, I was reading something and it was like overseas games, they're all low scoring. Yeah. It's like they're all just like sloppy, ugly, just what is this?
Yeah. You want to know a fun stat about the Vikings overseas?
What is it?
We're undefeated. I don't even
know the last time we
played
overseas.
We were 8-0 last year, and then did we play overseas last year, y'all? I know we were 8-0 going into the Jets, so we may be 9-0 at this point. I believe we're 9-0 across seas. That's crazy.
That's great. I don't even think the Steelers are so relevant to the United States of America that we haven't even went overseas in a long time.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Okay. All right.
No, I don't even know the last time we played overseas. Honestly, I have no clue. Was Ben here? I don't even know when the last time the Steelers played overseas.
I think we beat you guys overseas. Matter of fact, you guys are part of that 9-0. No overseas last year. Okay, yeah. So we're 8-0 still. So with our game Sunday and the Browns game, we can walk out of across that pond 10-0, undefeated across that water. And And that is why they're going to try to think about moving my damn franchise to over there. And that's going to be the worst day of my life. I'm going to be pissed off if that ever happens. I hope it never happens. I know the Vikings obviously are super invested in the city of Minneapolis, and rightfully so. They should be. Wow. But like, if the NFL tries to push this narrative and the Wolves, jump on board like, oh, the money you're going to make if you take this franchise across there and the fans, it's going to be crazy. But that will be one of the worst days of my existence, bro. Because I don't know how I would be able to handle that. Because believe it or not, the Jaguars are in talk like that. They're thinking of they were.
Yeah, I know the Jaguars were
when they move when they talking about starting a London team, bro. The Jaguars, they on the list.
Do you think you guys are on the list like that for real?
I don't think so, but I'm just saying, in case. Okay. I'm just throwing it out there just in case, because we do have a huge following over there, and it's crazy because the way they did us this year too, I'm not liking the way the NFL moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It does seem like you guys were singled out for a reason.
Yeah, I just don't like how they moving right now. The moving seemed kind of weird. It just seemed kind of weird.
I'll give you that. I will give you that.
Yeah, so we did play last year and beat Aaron Rodgers. That's right. Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like
so y'all played the Jets last year?
So we're 9-0, I believe. And somebody correct me, because I believe we were 8-0 going into that game across the pond. So 9-0 now. Yeah.
We very rarely even go anywhere. I'm like, like the Steelers aren't moving. The Steelers are I'm not saying they're the NFL, but like,
oh no, you guys are too much.
In college, we're like one of the blue bloods. Yeah, we're like this is just who we are. Like if we used to be the Steagles.
Really?
So the Eagles and Steelers used to have one team, like back in one of the wars. I don't remember. And when we started, there wasn't enough men because the wars and all those things were happening. So we were one team. And I believe we played in Philadelphia, but we were the Philadelphia Steagles.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That sounds I'm glad they changed that. I'd have been ragging you right now if that was the case.
We were the Steagles. I just always thought that was so great. I'm like, this is so great. Yeah. So yeah. You know what else too? One of the things that I'm also excited to see that I think might be an X factor in this game, and I said this in my preview video that you will see on my channel tomorrow if you subscribe to my channel, is the Vikings are the third most penalized team in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And I think that, and we're like the third least most penalized team in the NFL.
So pretty much you guys are disciplined and we're not.
Yeah, and I think when you look at a game where it could be ugly, could be low scoring, could be a lot of different things, those are another one of those things where it's like, how is this going to shape out? What is this going to look like? Because all we need is 5 yards the other way. Like if you give us an inch, we'll take the mile. But first we need the inch. And so that's something else that I'm thinking about. I am, as a Steelers fan and as a fan of football, I'm excited for this game because I think both teams need to see where their team is at. Yeah. And both teams need an opportunity to just say, okay, we're both in uncomfortable situations. Neither one of us are at home. This is as neutral as you can get in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Who's going to show up? Who's going to look good? Who traveled well? Who's taking care of their bodies? Who's going in at curfew? Like who's doing all the things right? And what does that look like? And I think that's football. You can't ask for anything better than that.
No, I agree 110%. 110%. Speaking about real quick, touching back on the overseas thing, I think if the NFL wants to do this right, I just had a thought too. Okay. Like, I feel like the way to do that right is to just you have to start 4 new teams over there. Like, period. You got to start 4 new teams. It needs to be the division. Yeah, there needs to just be a division over there. And I don't know how they would be able to make that work. Obviously, somehow, some type of, expansion program where they can fill their roster in some type of way, but they just need a whole new division. It needs to be a whole new division over there, and they travel and other teams travel within, however, maybe Dublin gets a team, obviously London, and then 2 more. I don't know, or maybe it's 2.
I think if they did 2 teams, will be better than 1.
Yeah,
and
I'm just curious on where they're going to put them in a division, though. Like what division?
The problem is they need to play Thursday night games. If they're coming in overseas, they need to play Thursday night games so that you have more time to recover. And they could be the Thursday night game. But the problem is having them have a Sunday game and then having a Thursday game. That's not fair because they got to travel. So I honestly don't see how they're going to do it. And somebody's going to get screwed. I'm just wondering who.
Because the NFL is really working on that. And you can obviously tell that they're trying to expand. Yeah. And it's one of those deals where I'm curious to see how it's all, because I can guarantee you 10 years from now, there's going to be an NFL over across seas some way, somehow. There's going, I mean, obviously we're already doing it, but like, I think there's actually going to be something established over there. And I think it needs to be the more teams, the better, because I think because if you just add 2 teams, or just 1 team without taking a team that's already in the United States and just relocating them, I'm curious about schedules and then what division. So like one team's gonna have 5 teams. I mean, one division's gonna have. It
gets weird.
It's gonna get clunky. Yeah. It's gonna get weird. But that's why they got smart people that handle that type of stuff. I'm just curious to see how it would happen.
I don't really think they're smart people making the decisions. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I think we say that because we want to feel better, but I don't really think so. Have you seen this schedule? Like, I don't think smart people are doing. What smart person would make us watch? Who did we just watch on Monday Night Football? Was it Monday Night Football or was it Sunday Night Football? It was I can't even think of who it was. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The Giants and the Chiefs. Who thought that would be a good game to put on a prime time? Who?
Yeah.
Tell me what their name is. Like, that is not. We don't want to see the Giants anymore on any primetime anything ever.
Yeah,
they're not good.
The Giants just aren't, man. Shout out, hey TP. I hope you ain't tapped in hearing really flawed.
Sorry,
really, she's just kicking y'all while y'all down, man. You know what I'm saying?
See it. It'd be like showing me the Jaguars and somebody. I don't want to see them. Like, oh my God, leave us out of this. I don't want to see the Jets either. I don't want to see the Jets either.
Like the Jaguars and Colts playing each other like that, and now the Colts are actually looking exciting right now. But
I don't want to see them play the Jaguars. There's so many options. There's so many options. So, and respectfully, I don't want to see the Arizona Cardinals play either. Like, it's like
WSL will be the new name. NFL might as well merge to the CFL. Yeah, I mean, I think the NFL. I think in the next coming years, we're definitely going to see a change, though, because it's all about growth and trying to capitalize. And the NFL is going to do that, whether that's starting a new team here in the States, too, like either way, because they're already adding more games. Let's add one more. I think we can go to 18. You know what I mean? So you best believe the NFL is always looking for a way to.
Games.
That is a lot of football games for
and then what guys. Do we do? Go to 2 preseason? And so. I don't know.
But it doesn't equal the same. I see how they tried to minus a preseason game, but you got to remember those guys aren't even playing in those games.
I know.
It's preseason is pretty much like for the people to make the team. It's tryouts.
It's basically tryouts.
That's what it is. Tryouts. Let's just call it
I don't know what their plan is, and I don't understand how this helps, player safety, how it helps the athletes. Like, I don't see it. And now, like with the Christmas schedule and the Thanksgiving, like now even those schedules are wonky. So how are you going to do all that stuff and then do an overseas team? How does that gonna work? We got teams playing on freaking Wednesday.
I know. It's wild. It's wild.
So anyways, and listen, I'll be there watching every single game. Okay. As much as I'm complaining, I will be there watching every game, but it's crazy to me. So anyways, that's how I feel.
So my score prediction, cause I didn't even say it. I'm rambling about other things here.
Sorry, just blame me.
No, it's me. I started thinking about the London thing, and I'm like, you know what? The NFL is moving kind of funny, man. I don't like that shit. And they picked my team to do it with.
They picked your team. Yeah, they did. I don't like that they're there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're out of the country.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But anyways, one thing, but silver lining is we're undefeated over there. So let's go. There it is. Yeah. But I got us 28-20. All right, I'm 28-20. I think we're gonna 48 points total. There's some touchdowns in there. I got us 28-20. Addison scoring 2 of those. So that's my prediction.
And the defense. So that's 21.
Yeah, the defense. Defense going. Yeah, 21. The defense pick 6, so that's 21, and then another Jordan Mason. How about that?
There
Jordan
it is.
Mason. You know,
I love
it. Herbal Papa said we let Danny go and Darnold, and they both getting off. Yeah. Hey, look. Yeah, Sam Darnold is
He looks
balling in
good.
Seattle.
He looks good.
He looks good in
Yeah.
Seattle. You know,
I think Seattle might be good. I think we're watching. I think we're watching a good football team. I could be wrong, but I think we're watching a good football team.
Yeah. And the Colts look good too. My thing with Seattle, I mean, I guess the Colts really haven't played anybody yet. So my thing with Seattle though is Sam Darnold looked good with us too. I'm more curious to see if he can if it's sustainable for him to win the big game, because the ultimate goal is to win the playoffs. It's like winning the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl. If you can't do that, then all of this is it doesn't matter, man. Like this is the thing. He can make it to the Sam Darnold gets to the wild card and then crumbles under the pressure. We've seen it as Vikings fan. Maybe he proves us wrong this year. We'll see. But I don't care. I like where we're at. Yeah. It's not ideal right now, obviously, having the backup play, but I like where we're at. I think we made the right choice. I do
too. I do
for
too.
Sure.
And can I ask, what is JJ's injury? What is his timeline?
High ankle sprain. Yeah. Okay. So they said after Sunday's game, he'll be listed as day-to-day. So because somebody said something, this was on one of the big three letter networks where they were like, matter of fact, Purple Daily, shout out Judd. I think that's where I heard it from, where they said, look, it's probably his ankle has to be doing somewhat better because they had him on the sideline against the Cincinnati Bengals. And they said usually, like, if you're injured like that, like if it was bad, they wouldn't risk putting him even on the sideline, because you think players be coming off and running out of bounds and you got to be able to get out the way and shit. Like, they think about all that little stuff. And he was standing like right there. So they said, hey, it was so far so good. And I seen today the report came out where next week he should be listed as day-to-day. So there's still, and I called this. I said there's a possibility they look at him for the Browns game. It just depends on what we see Sunday. That's why this game,
are you all
the Vikings
off
against the Steelers,
after the Browns?
We are. Yep.
I would not play him against that Browns defense.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Give him those 4 weeks, 4 full weeks. What's the point?
And I'm not against that. I'm not against that. I mean, the timing actually played out. It's playing out good. Give him a little bit of extra time. He just had a baby. So, it gives you another extra. Yeah. Okay. So, look, I mean, not that that's football related, but I think it means something. It matters. It matters. It could be so. So, Look, set him out. But then the crazy part about that, really flawed, is coming off of the bye, we play the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's coming.
But I would rather that than
the Browns,
a tender Browns. Because I don't want you out there on a chance to aggravate it versus you just having a month off.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, the Eagles will be the Eagles. Okay. At the end of the day, it's the NFL. You can't run forever. Yeah. But at the same time, I would rather you come off of a bye week than you jump back in there and that Browns defense right now. I don't know. But I don't know. They'll figure it out. They get paid a lot of money to figure this out. So
they do. Vic Ryder said JJ coming back against the Eagles. That's what I think too. And because teams always use the bye week too as kind of that measuring stick anyways, and they use it to their advantage, where they probably KOC probably has it in his mind. Even if JJ next week, let's just say he says he's ready and the trainers feel like he's ready, I think he'll have that talk with JJ and say, hey, you know what? Let's let Carson, finish out this stint over here across seas. He's over here. He's been working with the team. The ones over here across seas. Let's just let him finish this out. And when we get back home, it's time to hit the ground running. It sounds right. It sounds like the move that's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen. Anthony Webb said, "No, Carson going to play the Eagles." Hey, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, man.
And just so we know, Matt, we're not saying nobody's scared of the Browns. Absolutely no one's scared of the Browns.
No, but their defense is lit.
But their defense is legit. And why do you want your tender quarterback back there against the Browns defense? Like, why would you want to risk it? Their defense is lit. Their defense. What do you have to gain from that? That's always my thing. What do you have to gain?
Yeah, their defense is lit. And again, I think it's all going to lean on Carson Wentz's performance against you guys. Yep. Yeah, I think it will. Because if he has a horrendous game, I mean, the name of the game is to win. So, and I think Kevin O'Connell would look at it and be like, all right, well, it isn't what we thought here. So now it's time to go back to our starter. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be interesting. As Vikings fans, we got a lot to talk about. Let me tell you that. One way or the other. One way or the other, there's gonna be a lot of people say it ain't controversy yet. Oh, well, it can get there. Believe me.
I love it.
It can get there quick. Really thought you want to leave the people with anything. We stayed on an extra. We started 30 minutes. I think we started like 25 minutes late. And I'm telling you right now, we stayed on an extra 25 minutes for you guys. We're an hour and 50 minutes we've been going. And this was a great show. And y'all make sure you hit the like button. But really, Flawed, you want to leave the people with anything before you get out here? What shows you got coming up? Just fill us up with all.
The first thing I want to say, though, is if the Steelers pull this off and win this game, I want you to put Really Flawed on that flag in yellow.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bet I can do.
Where it's white. So that way, every time I look at it, I can be like, "Oh, there I am."
Okay. All right, I'll give you that. If they win, all right, that's a bet. That's a bet. I'll do that.
No, but so yeah, my show's I'm Really Flawed everywhere. Really Flawed on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And so I think I'm Really Flawed Football on YouTube. And so yeah, every Tuesday I've started doing this like cool thing where I'm calling it RPO, and it's like my show where I talk about anything around football. And so it's been fun where I'm just like, it's really my brain where I'm like, what is on my brain? I'm going to make a video about it. Yeah. And I release it on Tuesday. So it's been really fun. And yeah, I'm a huge Steelers fan. I'm a Texas Longhorn fan. I cover Colorado too. And I really just love football. I can talk about it any day of the week, twice on Sundays, all day, all the time. And so, yeah, that's what you'll find on my YouTube channel. And so I do record outside. So if you play a video and I am outside, that is real. It's not, some people think it's a green screen. Everyone's like, there's no way that's real because it's pretty
green screen.
Yeah. So my members see me behind the scenes when I'm walking back there just because I'm like, I promise you. So yeah, that's what I do on my YouTube channel. Is just talk all about football all the time, as much as possible.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Really Flawed. Thank you as always coming on to the show. Shout out Yogi. Shout out Yogi tapping in. Make sure I hit the like button on the way out. If you didn't hit the like button, Purple Papa said, thanks, Really Flawed, for talking football with us tonight. I second that. We appreciate you as always, and always giving us a shout out when you're, on your side of the woods over there talking Steelers football. You always make sure like, hey, y'all, real quick though, before I continue, this Steelers talk, I just got to let y'all know the Vikings community is amazing. Go tap in. So, I pay attention to all that, and I really do appreciate you for sure. That's lit. That's lit. I will say it is FTS week. All right. So you will see FTSs popping off. I mean, you kind of know what that means. We do it to every team, man. Angelo said, rap Really Flawed and Skull Family FTS just for this week. No, that's a fact. That's something she gonna have to deal with. It is what it is. She gonna have to deal with it, But hey, hopefully we can rep it after Sunday. I don't want her coming back on here after they done kick our ass neither. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I would never do that anyway. I don't do that. Like I always say, I cheer for my team. I don't talk trash on behalf of my team. I just don't. It is what it is.
Oh yeah. Well, good for you because I do.
I have too many. I
like when we win. I'm like, yeah, let me talk.
I have too many teams though. If I can't. I can't always be arguing.
Dylan said, with all respect, FTS. Hey, facts, respectfully. You know what I mean? Respectfully, FTS this week. Just this week, though. You know what I mean? And if we see y'all in the Super Bowl, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But thank you guys. Thanks. Oh, what'd he say? Hold on, my bad. What's Skull Mafia say? Hold on. Steelers have six things we don't. Hey, no, that's a fact. That's a fact, though. That's a fact. And Skull and Roll said, thank you, Really Flawed, for speaking NFL knowledge and being a good sport with us, crazy crew. Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to Really Flawed. Hey, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you so much. And I will see y'all on Sunday morning for the pep rally. Don't be late, man. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. You already know what time it is. Really flawed. Like, the pep rally. They're going to trash us for the next hour before the game. Yeah, it's going to be
I'll be asleep. I'm going to be asleep. I'm waking up at just enough time to brush my teeth, throw my hair up in a ponytail, and sit on the couch. That's all I got for you. That's all I can do.
Make sure you're there. I'll have that scheduled tomorrow. Y'all will see it, man. Tap in with us. Thank you so much. And we are outie.